Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining in tonight on Wonder Repeat. We have Arla from Bats Off Road and Misty, the Barefoot Overlander, both the Lady Overlander Radio. So we're going to check out what's going on with them and then good, exciting news for this summer. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Matt asked me, he was like, because he thought for some reason, he was like, oh, you're not going to have a podcast on Tuesday since you had one on Monday. And I was like, no, I'm having one on Tuesday. That's my favorite because I have the most amazing women on here. So I'm super pumped.
Stop. You made me cry this late.
Stop it.
Oh, I know. It's like ladies' night. That's what this is. I think of Misty, your catchphrase every time you say join to grab a cocktail, coffee, or something, and then like it's ladies' night.
Yeah,
ladies' night, baby.
Yeah,
that's right. Every night is
Misty,
ladies' night.
You're in Florida now, right?
Yeah. We're in the Panhandle right now.
You have this glow.
Yeah,
I would ask if you were expecting, but I'm not going to ask that because it's just the Florida sun.
It's just the Florida sun. There's no expectations and expecting here happening.
Kara and I are rocking the Arkansas pasty
winter.
The winter glow.
There's no glow.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. I totally understand that, but that's what we do. But anyways, we have Tony,
of course,
giving some support to Arla in here from Bats Off Road. I watched him and Joey. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, they had a good show.
Yeah, they did. So, Arla, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know I had you on here as my first guest, I believe, way back when. And a lot has happened since you have been on my show.
I know. Well, Matt was your first guest. I was second.
Well, he doesn't count.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Good job. What's going on in my world? Well, Lord have mercy. So much things. We're building a little off-road trailer right now. That's been kind of our weekend project to
like a fully custom, like an actual. Did you get like a base, or are you building it up from like the tires up? Okay.
So it's going to be like it's open. It's like not enclosed like our old one was. It's an open one, but we got just like an old trailer that a friend didn't want it. So we've been redoing it. So like a lot of sanding, a lot of like back breaking labor on it. Mostly Tony.
Oh yeah.
I'm the supervisor. We're doing that. So we have somewhere to set up base camp. Because after that trip to Big Bend, we realized when we took both our vehicles to Big Bend, breaking all that down to go back out to explore and stuff was really inconvenient. Honestly, it was like, we need to get another trailer. We need to leave our stuff and be able to get up and go. So,
because you had both of the vehicles there at Big Bend. Yes. You had both tents, everything.
Yeah. Yep.
And you just won that tent, right? Like you won that tent from Blue Line Overland?
I sure did.
What is that tent?
That is a Free Spirit recreation.
Okay.
Revolution.
That's super nice, girl.
Tony will correct me in a minute, I'm sure. But yeah, it's the hard shell one. It's really nice. It's a 4 seasons, so it doesn't really get real cold in there, and it's pretty dark, which is awesome because I sleep a lot better when it's completely pitch black versus light. But it slept really nice after you got that extra mattress. Evolution 55. See, I told you he'd pull me out of the gutter. Yeah. And then Tony has a Rome tent on his Gladiator.
Yeah, it is a lot to set up a tent on top of your vehicle. I know that just from having, we had the teardrop and then we've had the tank and everything. So it's a lot easier to be able to set up a base camp and then travel. Totally understand that.
Well, I wanted a hard shell because, starting to go out to try to start doing some trips, by
Mhm.
myself, maybe, not with anybody else, but other ladies and stuff like that. I wanted something that I could set
Right.
up fairly easy and quick, and be able to do that. And it is fast. It is fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm right here. I can hear
I
you.
know. I know. He's sitting. He's gonna come in here probably behind my shoulder and be like, "I matter too." He's such a baby. He's such a baby.
Aww.
I
Other than
know.
that, probably gonna start working on some upgrades for my JK.
Any ideas what you're changing?
Lord have mercy. Well, first and foremost, y'all quit buying these new JLs because you're getting the itch of wanting to get a new Rubicon or something. And
Yeah.
everybody seems to be buying them lately. So I'm just trying to stick with my JK.
But yours is so good.
Don't
Yours
get
is
I
the
know
built.
it's already
JL.
built. It's already built, so
Listen to Missy. Don't get the
It's too
JL.
hard to get stuff for it. It's too hard to get aftermarket stuff for it. We have
I'm sure
one.
it's gotten better. I mean, they're like 3-4 years old now, so but
Yeah, they went straight to the Gladiators.
right.
They
Yeah.
skipped over.
And we're
Look
not
at it. I mean, you've got to build it up. You've got it
Awesome.
so nice.
So looking at different lights, getting rid of the round lights, different bumpers. I think I want to go with a stubby bumper.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at.
Different bumpers, maybe different fenders, different fender liners.
Mhm.
Just cosmetically, outside. That's what I've been running for like the last 3 years, and I'm just kind of really bored with it, honestly. I want a different look, something a little more freshened up. So
That's one thing about the Jeeps though is you can just change something.
swap out things.
It's
Yeah,
pretty much easy.
I mean, she still looks good, but I just want to freshen her up, shine her
A
up like a little
facelift.
penny. Yeah,
Yeah, give her a little facelift.
yeah. Bonnie needs some love. She needs some love. It's
But
been
not
all
only
about
that,
the
you also joined in here with Misty
Yeah.
for Lady
Mhm.
Overlander Radio.
She liked me. I don't understand, but she did.
You're it's hard. It's real hard, but we do it.
You're kind of like
No, I don't know. I don't get it, but yeah. She asked me to join her being co-host for Lady Overland Radio about a month ago. So we've done a couple of shows together, and she decided to start going live. So all of our shows now are live. So it's been really fun.
Yeah, I always enjoy
Put
watching.
up
I
quite a
love
bit.
watching crayons and carns and the big ladies panel that y'all have. I love that.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
Yeah.
Also unique. All three of them just unique in their own way. Really cool.
Well, that's one reason why I think we all do this is because we can all provide something for everybody out there. Like everybody has a different situation, a different scenario. They've had different experiences than we have. And I think the collective, we should build each other up.
Absolutely.
So anyways, Misty, what's up with you, lady? Yeah, exactly.
What's up with me? We are currently in the Panhandle of Florida. We've been checking out some free camp sites, and we've been doing some recording for that, and we're doing a couple of episodes on free camping in Florida in the winter.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why we're here right now. We just visited family over Christmas and everything, and just hanging out in our home state for a bit, and doing our thing.
Doing the thing, enjoying the beach.
Enjoying the beach right now.
Toes in the sand.
It is a little chilly.
Look at that tan.
Yeah.
I know.
That's my natural glow, though. I mean, it's just me. I glow.
I roll.
I wish
I glow
I could.
up.
I wish I could. I dull down. That's what I do. I dull down.
I don't
we'll just say that. I burn. I burn, and then I kind of tan a little bit.
Same. Yeah.
I actually burn too a lot. So, I mean, I burn first, and then I think just over the years of living in Florida, and then the last 2 years we've been overlanding full time, so we're outside a lot. Just kind of have that perma-tan now a little bit. So
yeah. So what are you most looking forward to since you are transitioning into a little bit more, stop overlanding full time and you're kind of structured in the one spot? What are you looking forward to most with that transition? Or any difficulties too?
I'm looking forward to getting the kids into some activities. And I don't know if it'll be a permanent thing. I've got a few medical issues that I'm taking care of. That's why we're at least the kids and I are going to stop traveling a lot for a while.
Okay.
We'll go out and meet. Yeah, he's going to still go and explore and meet up with people and do things. And we'll go to a lot of the events and we'll go as a family from time to time. But yeah, we're going to basically, I'll still homeschool the kids. We'll just get them into some extracurricular activities, sports, things like that. So they're excited about doing something different for a little while.
I bet. So are you close to family while you're there in Florida? I know you said that that's your home state. So is there family close to you?
Yeah, my parents will be about 2.5 hours away. My brother's about 35 minutes away. Joe's parents are down south in near Fort Myers area. So
okay.
And his brother and sister, my brother and sister-in-law are in Orlando area. So
oh wow, I have a sister that's in Orlando. Yeah, that's way cool. I'm glad that you're going to be able to be around family. I know that that's something you do miss. I mean, obviously you can travel wherever and you can get away from it whenever, but it's nice to be able to spend some quality time. I mean, if you're a family person, some people don't hear other families, so
yeah,
I totally
and
get that
we're not done adventuring yet. We'll figure out something down the road, and either with the kids or when they grow up, and move out and get their own little place or their own van or whatever.
Yeah, how old are your kids, Misty?
My twins are 12, my son and daughter, and then I have another daughter who's 10.
Okay, that's awesome. And then Arla, you have McKenna too, right?
Yep, she's 12.
Okay. Okay. And you said your son's what?
Oh, I was going to say he's already talking about getting a van and traveling with us, and he's all about the lifestyle. So
that's great.
He's going to be a van lifer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell him he'll have to come to more expo because there's going to be some vans there, I hear.
Oh yeah.
So, have y'all decided if y'all are going to be shopping for anything at More? This is what I want to know.
Probably.
What are y'all looking for at More? I know last year I saw the tailgate and go people, and I really wanted that, and I don't think I need it, but I really wanted it.
Well, we don't really need any of it, but we want it.
I know that we'll buy something. I know that there will be things bought. I mean, we're both in, Tony's in a booth, I'm in a booth, so, I don't really know what that's going to entail. This is our first time to be involved in that way, so we'll break away and still, film and do all that stuff and look at all the
That'll
things.
be exciting. Which booth are you going to be all in, so we can come find you?
I will have the JK and the Storyteller.
Yeah.
Is the plan, and then Tony will be over with Rhino Wreck.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What about you, Misty? Are you going to have a booth there more as well?
We'll be in Storyteller.
You'll be in Storyteller too? Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, you have a pretty cool rig yourself.
Yes, she does.
You don't see that many Land Cruisers.
Well, I think that actually, I follow a lot of them on social media, so I personally see a lot of them out there. But
maybe I don't.
I haven't really I haven't really done too much to her yet. Obviously, I have a tent on there, a Smitty built tent, an extra large for the girls and I. We have a little shower annex, and I have a 8x8 room and annex on the other side. But I haven't done a lift or anything to her yet. I had that scheduled and kind of had to postpone that a little bit. So I'll be looking for a lot of different things when I go to More and seeing, get my wish list together for when I do the build on her.
Totally get it. Every time we go to More, we always want to find something. One year we nearly bought an Opus, I think, and the next year we nearly bought a van. And
well,
it's just a thing.
They'll be running show specials, There'll be some.
I don't need any show specials, Arla.
There'll be some negotiation. They don't want to take that stuff back home.
Yeah, that's too much to take back. We'll just take it off your hands. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, let's wait till that last day and be like, so what do you still have?
50% off?
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be like a Ray Lana's consignment store. But
that's right.
I had a friend, Troy, come on, and he wants to know, probably a little too soon to ask, but why the 80 series and not a 100?
I just really saw the 80 and fell in love with her, and she's got the solid front axle, and just she's so much fun to drive. I mean, going up steep inclines, she can't get out of her own way, but on all the trails we've been on, she does amazing. And everywhere my husband's lifted Jeep has gone, I've gone with the stock Land Cruiser and had no issues. So she's just like a tank.
That's awesome.
So
I've never honestly been inside. I've seen your Land Cruiser whenever we were at the rendezvous, but I've never actually been inside it to look around. So is it basically, is it like a 4Runner? Like what kind of, is it just a comfortable, I mean,
they're just
how would you even describe it? Because it's in its
mm,
own little category.
yeah, back when the Land Cruisers, were out and about, a lot of different series of them. They were very popular. The 80 series was like the like the full size luxury kind of
Mm-hmm.
Toyota SUV kind of vehicle.
Okay.
And I think that they're obviously still very popular because I get people
Right.
inquiring about mine, wanting to buy it, and and I haven't done any mods
Yeah.
to it really. So
But that's because, you've kept it in pretty good condition too.
yeah,
Like it still looks really, really good.
yeah,
So,
she's awesome.
at least in my opinion.
I mean, we're
So
a
what,
Jeep family too,
yeah.
so we, Toyota and
Yeah,
Jeep,
y'all
we
kind
love
of
them
have the
both.
best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then at Arla, y'all have the Gladiator. Do you ever get to drive the Gladiator?
I did get to drive it once last week to work, which was the first time since, we'd lifted it and stuff, because when we got it, Tony wouldn't drive it because, let's be honest, the Gladiator stock are not really attractive. So he wouldn't even drive it when we first got it. So I got to drive it a lot when we first got it. It drove like a dream. But I drove it to work last week.
Yeah. How do you think it drives compared to your JK?
It's so smooth.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nice. It's completely different. They're completely different, obviously different chassis and all that stuff, but his drives so smooth, one hand, just very easy. It rides great.
Compared to the JK. I think that's
right.
probably why you're thinking that you want the JL, is because you've been in his Gladiator and it's got all the newer stuff
I've been in a
too.
few JLs though too. Yeah, he's got the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. I don't got none of that stuff.
Well, I don't have
Oh.
I don't have the cold weather package either.
Yeah, he's got all that stuff. So I'm like, oh. So when it's really cold, I'm like, and the auto start. I don't have that. I don't have that.
Yeah.
So the big tease at our house is like, I drive the real Jeep.
He drives the bougie vehicle.
Yeah. I was like, I'm driving the real Jeep.
Yeah, I love your Jeep.
Thank you.
I love your Jeep. So are you going to be taking the Jeep to the ladies event this summer? I know with Misty and the Lady Overlander Radio, there's a ladies event coming up.
That's right. Yes, I will have Bonnie. She'll be with me.
Yeah. Are you going to keep the tent on top and not do the camper at that point? Or are you going to have that done by then, you think?
I won't bring the trailer and the camper. We're limited for space on,
Right.
with the amount of ladies that are going to be attending on that. So I'll have the tent on top of the Jeep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Misty, tell us a little bit more about that event. I know it's going to be June 16th through the 19th because I will be there. I am super pumped. I know there wasn't that many people going to be there. So I was like, it's going to be I'm just so excited, especially the people that I've seen that are coming that I know. It's going to be just so much fun to hang out.
I believe there's 16, including Misty and I. Isn't that right?
Yep, there is. And we actually sold out pretty quickly, about a month after I put it up and, kind of advertised the event a little bit. And we sold out pretty quickly. And I have a waiting list of several people still.
Really?
Yeah, it was a
That's
lot more
exciting.
A lot more interest than I thought it was going to be, especially for the first time we're doing this. And it's kind of a beginner's kind of camping event. It's for women that, have kept camp before or haven't, want to learn a little bit more about gear, more about how to handle their vehicle, how to pack out, all that kind of stuff. We're actually going to have Switchback Outdoor Safety come and do a whole safety class, like a 3-hour. Yeah. We're going to go over, towing and shackles and tow rope and safety, all types of safety.
All the recovery
and safety stuff. We're going to do a little kayak float. We're going to maybe do a hike.
Okay.
So we'll be busy. And
now, do they rent the kayaks or the canoes there? Is that all? Because I know it's at Gypsy Camping Canoe, so I assume that it's going to be a rental kind of place.
Yeah, and Gypsy Camping Canoe is actually really cool because it was a girls' summer camp back a long time ago for many decades.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of history there. I know that the owners have worked really hard on kind of bringing things up to date a little more, but keeping that history and all of the historical buildings and things there kind of the way that they were as much as possible.
That's cool.
So I'm really excited about doing it there and seeing it. So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've been there when we floated because it's only 25, 30 minutes from my house. So
Right.
I'm probably the closest one out of the group that's going.
Yeah.
But they're really, really cool there, and they shuttle you down and all that stuff. And they're waiting whenever you hit the end to hit theirs to help you and grab the canoes and load them up and all that stuff. And super nice people.
Yeah, and we got a
That's
group
awesome.
site on the water, so that's nice. And we have Chris from More Expo is sponsoring 2 meals for us.
Oh,
So
wow.
two
That's
of the meals will be
nice.
provided. Artemis Overland is they're sponsoring a raffle item and some swag
Okay.
that we're going to give out. So it'll be a good time.
I'm pumped.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous just because, normally I go with Matt everywhere, and so I'm not used to having to actually prepare. Like I'm gonna have my Jeep, my new Jeep, and then I'm gonna have my tent. So I'm gonna have to like normally I'm pretty capable because I've been doing it for a while. But at the same time, just knowing that you're doing it yourself is like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like you're going, and I don't I think everyone in the group would help anybody.
Absolutely.
So,
it'll probably take off.
Yeah, we're like, what do we do now?
Right.
Yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
I know, like Tony said, it sounds like you need to organize another event.
We've been chatting about that.
There's been some chat. Yeah.
We got something in the works.
Maybe he has a little inside info there. Yeah. I think a good summer and maybe spring, fall. That's what I'm suggesting.
Yes.
Fall would be. I think a fall might be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. There's a few events in the fall already, so we would have to see where we could fit that in. But
people just have to follow the page and see what we post.
Yeah.
See what comes up.
Oh, yeah. And where can they go to follow your page, Misty?
You can go to Lady Overlander Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So we're on all 3.
That's awesome. And they can just follow along there, and you announce everything there anyway. So that'll be fun. Super pumped to be able to be a part of that. I'm excited. I know that it was something that you've been planning for a little while, so I'm glad that you're able to see it come fruition.
Oh, I'm very excited about it, and I've had a lot of the women reach out, and they sound very excited about it as well. So I think it'll be a great bonding event, and we'll all learn a little something, have some takeaways, and just have a good time.
Oh yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm probably gonna take some GoPros. I haven't asked you if that's okay, but I may film a little bit of it just so that way we can have like a little background into the thing. So, Arla, I know you and Tony went to Big Bend. Do you have any other trips that you have planned coming up?
Yeah, we've been talking about and doing some stuff at spring break, going to West Virginia. That's like I think around March 21st for the week. Be going with Professor and Connie. Going to Porker's house over there and hanging out for the week. So we're talking about doing that. Going obviously to Big Iron.
Yeah.
The party of all parties.
Misty, are you going to be there this year? You weren't there last year, were you?
I wasn't there last year. This will be our first one.
So fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I have high expectations based on last year. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I just really loved it.
Right?
Like it was super chill and it was super just very small and
all the bands
very
everybody just talking and hanging out and
it was like a bunch of friends.
Really cool.
Sounds like a good time.
Still vendors and all that stuff, but everybody camping right there. It was great.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that, and then the weekend after that is the retreat, the ladies' retreat for Lady Overlander Radio.
Yeah.
So that going on. We'll probably plan something else in the summer. We just haven't really gotten that far, but of course, going to Rendezvous and and
Are
Bonfire.
you making any trips?
Right about
Are you
Bonfire.
making any trips out west?
I don't know. I think Tony's gonna go on a trip, like a boys' trip, like toward Wyoming before Big Iron. I'm hanging back. Some of us don't own our own business, so
I understand
we don't have as much vacation as others.
Understand that.
But we got a few little things. Weekend trips, obviously, around the Ozark National Forest and whatnot. We'd like to get
Weekend
up
warriors when you can.
We haven't been up to the market
yeah.
yet, so we'd like to really go up there and explore some.
Yeah. So Misty, I know you said that you're going to be staying around town, in Florida there, but so how are you going to plan out your trips with Joe whenever he, wants to go, or is he just going to take the boys and go?
Well, my son will go with him on quite a few of the trips, and they're actually planning on not this summer, but the next summer or part of the year, hiking a big section of either the Florida Trail, the Appalachian Trail, or they're deciding which they're going to go on a big long hike.
Okay.
So that's something that my son and his dad will do together. And then
that'd be cool.
For this summer, we do intend the kids and I will go out west and meet him out there, and we'll check on our cabin and do a little bit of traveling all around. There's a few other spots in Wyoming and Colorado and Utah that we wanted to hit that we didn't get to hit last year. So
always spots that we want to hit.
We'll be on the road still quite a bit. So
yeah, where's your cabin at out west? I didn't know you had a cabin.
Yeah, it's in Arizona.
Okay.
It's in about an hour south of the Petrified Forest. So
wow.
It's kind of
that's way cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So. What is your favorite place that you've ever traveled while you were on the road? I know you've been more places than probably me and Arla.
Oh, for sure.
I haven't been to all the places you have. I'm kind of jealous.
I would say within the United States, my favorite place is Wyoming.
Okay.
With West Virginia being a very close second. I think both of those states are well underrated and very beautiful. And then my favorite place outside of the United States has been Costa Rica. So.
Oh, yeah. We went to Costa Rica with my husband's job that he was working at before he went full time. And so they did like an all-inclusive thing. And so we got to go to Costa Rica, and it was so beautiful. We went to the volcano over there, and we got to hold a sloth, which over there apparently it's illegal to have sloths as pets. But our guy knew a guy who knew a guy. And so we got to hold a sloth. We weren't allowed to take pictures of us holding the sloth because it would have been a legal issue. But
no evidence. No
evidence. It never happened. But
never
it did.
But it did.
Those claws, they kind of put them on you, like just set you like
to hang on.
Sit there. Yeah. And then if they move, like they're gonna cut into your kidney because they're very, very sharp.
Oh wow.
So they're super soft and sweet. It was a little baby. I can't remember what his name was, but he was really cute. I think it was like Simon or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I know. I want a sloth. I'm a big sloth girl. But anyway, so Matt is actually asking, when are y'all going to come out and hang out with us in the Ozarks?
Oh, I'll be up there in April.
I'll live by the Ozarks home.
Yeah. So. We'll be up there for more expo, and we'll be around, and we may stick around and travel around through there and wait for the bonfire and stick around for that as well.
Oh,
we haven't fully decided, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just pitch a tent somewhere and just stay local.
Yeah, that's where we started overlanding, was in the Ozarks. We actually bought a little trailer and had our RV. We were RVing full time, and our RV got totaled, and we bought a little trailer and said, we were watching Epic Family Road Trip on like a loop, like all the time. And we're like, we can do this. If they can do it, we can do this. And we started doing it. And we started out in the Ozarks and got stuck and got ourselves unstuck a few hours later. And it was a good time.
The adventure began.
Yeah. That's how it all starts. You get stuck and you start watching, videos of people, and it just encourages you to want to get out there and explore more for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It does.
Yeah. So what made you guys, I know you haven't always been full-time when you were full-time. So you were in the military. And so then you've seen so much of that first off, thank you for your service. I really appreciate that, you and Joe. So what all have you decided to get into that?
So when we were in the service, we would move around every 2 to 3 years. They would transfer us to a new duty station. And so I think that we kind of just we're still in that mindset where you stay somewhere for a couple of years and then we're ready to move somewhere else. So when we both retired, I ended up getting a job for the state of Florida in Tallahassee. And so we left Virginia and came down, sold our house in Virginia, North Carolina, technically. Came down, started that job, worked at that job for almost 2 years, and ended up working 12 to 14-hour days like I was when I was active duty. And I was kind of mad at myself because, I'm like, I just retired to not do this anymore and to have more time with my kids. And I kind of just went in one day and told my boss, I'm going to be giving you my notice.
Done.
Take this job and shove it.
Yeah. And I just told him I want to spend more time with my kids. I don't want to do this, So I quit the job, and we didn't really have a full-on plan. So we started volunteering at some of the state parks, and with our, we started going around in our RV in the state of Florida and volunteering. And then Joe got a temporary job working as a subcontractor for Walmart for about 6 months. And that's when we went up to Arkansas to kick off that job. And that's when the RV got totaled near Memphis, and we busted into overlanding. So the first 6 months we were overlanding, it was because he had that job that he was doing. So we were going from all over. Luckily, we got Colorado, Utah, those were Arizona, New Mexico. Those were the states we got to go to and travel all around. So
beautiful.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And I will say, like, volunteering at state parks, me and Matt have actually talked about that whenever we hit the road full time. That's an excellent little gig. If you take, you can kind of be like the park parent. I don't even know what they call you,
host.
Like
park
host.
And,
That's right, the host. And so, I mean, that's really nice to be able just to have a place and just know that you have to check her in. I'm sure you've seen some crazy things at a campground before, though. So
there was a few times where I was second guessing myself doing that, but the first one we volunteered at, actually a guy who was a former coastie was the volunteer coordinator there. And so when we put in our application and put in there that we were retired Coast Guard, he contacted us because he also homeschooled his son. And so he thought it was so cool that we were homeschooling and traveling full time in an RV and everything. So he brought us down there, and the kids got to volunteer as well. So they earned volunteer hours. Cool. And so it was great. And we had like 20 hours a week we had to do, and we could split that up amongst the family. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's way awesome. So what made you start doing the whole podcast? Because I know initially you were the mad one behind the original Lady Overlander, radio podcast there. And I know you inspired me because I came on your show and I was just like, you know what? She's getting to talk to all these really badass women and getting to know all these people. I want to get to know people and hear their stories too. So I contacted you and I was like, hey, is it okay if I start doing this? I didn't want to step on your toes, So
no, and I really appreciated that. That was really awesome of you. You did not have to do that. But I started it because I felt that the women that were out there overlanding and off-roading, getting out there and doing these things were a little bit underrepresented. And I just really wanted to highlight the people that were already doing it. I've already talked to so many people, so many women that are doing it full time as a single person, going internationally as a single person and doing that. And, it's just, they have really inspiring, interesting stories. I've interviewed a woman from Africa.
Oh, wow.
People that have gone from California all the way down to Argentina. My friends Eric and Brittany, Hourless Life, they're on their global quest now. They're down in Mexico. Brittany was actually my first guest. So I just think that there are multiple perspectives. And, obviously there's the male perspective, there's the female perspective, there's the families that overland like mine.
Right.
People that do it solo. There's just so many different stories out there to hear about that. I just wanted to highlight a specific area there and really talk about some of these women. There's some women that do off-roading events and rock crawling and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff, and kind of hopefully inspire other women that
Yeah.
aren't maybe so sure about it to get out there and do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think a lot of times we hear from the men's perspective in the off-roading, overlanding community. But you know what? A lot of times those same men are asking, what can we do to get our women, our wives, our girlfriends involved? And so I think if we don't hear from the voices of the women, you're never going to actually get to hear that. So I think you've allowed people to have that voice. So I just want to, again, thank you for that. And then you brought on Arla here.
My sidekick.
She's like the butter to the bread.
That's right. She's awesome.
The sugar to the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I don't know. My favorite jacket's got a little Kool-Aid in it, so.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, you do.
It looks cool.
I love it. Matches your Jeep.
I know. I love my Jeep, you guys. I know. That was really crazy. Thank you. That was a super crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I still wonder, especially whenever I get my Jeep payment, it's going to be.
Then you're gonna be like, wait, I don't love it that much now.
Yeah. You really you love that JK payment over there, Arla. I know Tony's gonna be like, oh babe, we got a Gladiator payment.
Yeah, we got both of them.
My Land Cruiser's paid off.
Oh, see,
yeah,
I'm jealous of that. For real. What are you gonna get whenever your kiddos want to drive? Are they gonna get the hand-me-down vehicles?
I don't know if I'll be ready to part with my Land Cruiser. I don't know. I love that thing. If I ever do, I might eventually get a 4Runner, but they're way too popular and expensive right now, so not going to happen.
And their aftermarket products are real expensive.
Yeah. So
at least in my opinion.
I agree.
It's all expensive.
It's all expensive though, yeah.
Yeah. What is McKenna going to get?
Right now, I'm sure it'll change, because it already
I didn't know she was going to get a JK.
She wants a Jeep, a 4-door specifically. So, but the color changes. Originally it was purple, and then now it's yellow.
Yeah.
So who knows, but she does want a Jeep right now. Like I said, it could change.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the one thing you could tell her she could get just a Jeep and then you could wrap it. Like there's so many options.
That was the thing. So when I said purple, she wanted it lavender and she wanted it wrapped. So
I mean, that's very pretty.
Great. That's really great. And I like where you're going with that, but Mama's Jeep's not wrapped.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah. My husband wanted a purple JKU so bad. And he would. He really, really would.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a couple of them just here and there. You don't hardly see, see that dark color, but she wanted lavender.
Yeah.
Like,
I told my husband my Jeep now, I said, we could be hired out for gender reveals. I'm pretty sure. Like if it like whoever shows up in if it shows up in Matt's Jeep, we're having a boy. But if you show up in my Jeep, you're having a girl. I think that's going to be a new hot commodity on Ozark Overland Adventures.
That and car karaoke, I think, should be a thing.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It would be great.
You guys, it gets gangster and hood, and then Matt's over there singing. Like Matt was an old worship pastor, or not. Well, he was like a youth pastor, so I don't know if y'all knew any of that. And so he can tell you all about some DC talk, and Mercy Me is his jam. Like actually when he went to get his sleeve done on his arm, like he's actually in there saying, I'm an old pastor. No, anyways, he's going to come on here and correct me. But yeah, he actually jams out when he's getting his tattoo to Mercy Me. I'm like, and y'all, like there's nothing wrong with some worship music, but that's not my style. But anyways,
Yeah.
Joey wants to know, Misty, are you still doing some upgrades to the Land Cruiser soon?
Yes, soon, but not as soon as I had initially hoped. So I did have to postpone that a little bit, but I talked to Jason Harris at Ozark Overland Outfitters, and he's amazing, and I'll definitely still be going to him to get my work done when I get a chance to. So.
And he will be at more. I know he'll be at more.
Yeah.
So you could probably holler at him to see that.
I have a tentative appointment with them after more, so we'll see what
There
happens.
you go. I'm sure
So
you could
what
get
is
that.
it you want to do to the Land Cruiser? I'm just
Yeah.
going to interrupt
Yeah.
Kara's
Yeah. No.
podcast here.
No. I want to know. Let's go.
What kind of upgrades do you want to do to your Land Cruiser?
So definitely a lift, bigger tires. We'll have to re-gear it. Front and back bumper. Eventually, it'll need a paint job. They're kind of pricey, so I don't know if I'm going to do that this go around. But basically, just the lift tires and bumpers. So
The major. I mean, that's
the
pretty.
major
That's what
stuff.
you need. It's not
Yeah.
anything like cosmetics. That's like a real life need there.
Well, that's
so
the thing. I mean, she's really capable without that stuff now.
yeah.
So I'll be able to go on a little more difficult trails, do a little bit more crawling and things like that I can't really do right now because when we went out on the Kentucky Adventure Tour, tore off my exhaust because of the height. So
Yep.
But
that's exactly the
happens.
reason why I traded my gray Cherokee in, because there wasn't anything available for me to be able to do it. Like everything's in Australia. So I couldn't actually go and get anything done to it at all because I was just limited by what is available now. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Would you say your style of wheeling, do you like to do more rock crawling or do you like to do the overlanding or do you like to have that blend?
I like a little bit of both. There, it was fun. We went with Cottywomple Overland on the Kentucky Adventure Tour, like I said, and that was a lot of fun. But we don't normally move every day, so we're a family of 5. We've got 2 rooftop tents. So when we set up camp for a couple of days at least, and then we move along down whatever forestry road we're on or trail and move to a new site. But when we were with them, we were driving and doing the trails all day, and then we camped for the night and it was raining, and so it was just a lot of logistics and a lot of moving, and we had a great time, but that's not something we would do all the time, is go back to back and move that
It's
quickly.
kind of exhausting, honestly,
it is,
because you're constantly having to set up, tear down, and then camping for me is where it's nice to be able just to set back and just chill.
Yeah, and the other thing, we were worried about our vehicles because I knew my vehicle was stock, and though the trails were rated up to moderate, there were some really sketchy parts. So
I was going to say, Matt says he's running it in March and he wants to know what's your feedback on that trail?
It was a lot of fun. It was a challenge for me as a newish type of off-road person. There were parts that challenged Joe a little bit as well, even though he's a little more seasoned. And I liked it because there's a combination of paved roads, gravel roads, trails that have huge ruts and, rocks and other, a lot of water crossings. So, I mean, it had a little bit of everything, and the views were just amazing, even though it was raining part of the time. It was so pretty there. So it's definitely worth doing. Absolutely.
You got 2 videos on the day we make on that, don't you?
Yeah, we did a 2-part on that.
2-part series.
Yeah, and you can go watch that on the day we make on the YouTube. You have a YouTube channel. Way to plug that there, Arla.
A little
Look
one.
at you.
A little YouTube.
We started out little too, so we got to start somewhere.
Yeah, my baby YouTube channel. So, but we have fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to go to the KT, the cat, but I'm not going to be able to go this year because I don't have vacation. But Arla, do you think your style is? Yeah, it does, and I think Matt's going to take like a week. Yeah, maybe only taking like 4 or 5 days, but I mean, still, that's whenever you're looking at vacation time, like we were talking about earlier. That's quite a bit.
You have to figure out what you really can go on.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Arla, what were you saying your style of overlanding, rock crawling? I know you took Bonnie out to Big Bend for like its initial, like to get you a little bit more comfortable with the whole overlanding, set it up, tear it down kind of thing.
Yeah, right. And then also just for me to be able to take her out and do a couple little trails or whatever, because we just added the Gladiator last summer, and before that my husband would drive the JK and I would ride passenger, so I didn't have a lot of experience behind the wheel on the trails. But for me, I really like I like some technical stuff. I don't really like to per se rock crawl. But I like the camping aspect of it, and just doing some like little easy trails and go and chill by the river, honestly, and just hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like a little more of a kind of like a 3, like a 3 versus a 5, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm not much of a 5 person either.
Like
4 is my sweet spot.
I'm not gonna do Pritchard. I mean, it's not happening.
I'm gonna do Pritchard, y'all.
You are crazy. I will go to watch you.
Yeah,
I am. You can ride passenger with me. I will say,
absolutely not. Not doing it.
It's 4 miles.
I'll be watching you from over there.
You can just hike it. It's 4 miles. That's all you gotta do.
Oh.
You can just hike it.
Let me get my oxygen.
12 hours to do 4 miles, just in case y'all.
Oh, negative Ghost Rider.
Ooh, girl.
That's
it was rough.
Yes.
It is. It really is. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also kind of anxious about it because that's my vehicle that I have to drive home.
Right.
So
well, watching Matt do it stressed me out. That video stressed me out.
Oh yeah, it's super stressful. I don't necessarily, but it's different driving than it is, riding passenger. So I know you said that you rode passenger a lot in the JK while Tony would drive. So do you think that you prefer being passenger or you prefer being driver?
Gosh, I feel a little more at ease if I'm in control versus being over the side, because your gas and brakes don't work on the passenger side, no matter if stomp or not. You can
push them as.
But we did Black Bear and all that stuff, all the 5 over there in Colorado and stuff, and it was just fine. Yeah. But we've been on some trails that I was like, I will never go on that again. Like,
yeah,
I'm doing that one again. I don't like to get like crazy off camber where you're, 2 wheels and 2 not hitting the ground.
Yeah.
So.
I do not like being off camber at all. That's the worst.
Yeah. It's
so
a little stressful. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you, Missy? Do you like driving or you prefer passenger?
I like driving. Definitely. Yeah.
Whenever you didn't have your Land Cruiser, what vehicle did you have before that?
We just had the Jeep and we had a little trailer that we towed behind it. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And you drove the Jeep too, I'm assuming? Like y'all would take turns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how is it with animals on the trail? Because you also have a pup that you would take on adventures. You have an adventure pup. So how is that?
He does not like the vehicles. He does not like.
Really?
No, when we first got him, he did. And I think that maybe something happened when we were on a trail that scared him, or I don't know, but he does not like being in the car now. He's just like the whole time that he's in the car now, just frozen. I feel bad. So he doesn't.
Yeah, that's the way my big 50-pound dog is. He doesn't like them either. He'll want to be up in the front seat, like the front driver's seat, and just sit there and pant the whole time. So, did you find traveling with a dog hard in towns because you have to you can't really have the luxury of being able to just go out and do all the things? Like if you were in towns, you kind of had to leave the dog behind or stay in the car with the dog.
It gets difficult at times, but we just kind of modify what we're going to do. And sometimes once one of the kiddos will sit in the vehicle with him, or, we'll bring him something. We try to find dog friendly places if we're going to go out to eat or things like that, try to include him as much as possible. He's a great dog. He, at night, he goes right over to the ladder of the rooftop tent and puts his front paws up and just looks at you like, okay, I'm ready. Take me up there.
Aww.
So he's got his little routine down and everything.
Yeah. I can't imagine. We have 4, so it's going to be an adventure. I don't know. I think we have a couple friends that are going to take 2 of ours, and then we're going to take 2 on the road. I think that's our plan. So, but anyways, Christina says that she likes to drive better too because it eases her anxiety knowing that she's in control of her own Jeep. It's completely different, and she loves it.
She's a very good driver.
Agreed.
She's a very good driver. She's very capable.
I don't guess I've ever met her.
You have. I think you have at Rendezvous. She has a JK. It's the same color as mine.
Okay.
Rubicon. She's got like 37s on it, but she's very capable. Her husband has a Gladiator now, so they had one Jeep, and he ended up getting a Gladiator. So,
he got the bug too.
They go out a lot on the weekends and do trails and stuff, and she always takes hers. But she's very capable.
That's awesome. Well, Christina, if I ever see you, come up to me and say hi. So what other plans you got going on? I know this weekend we're having Rigs and Coffee here in Central Arkansas and Little Rock at Guillermo's. I don't know how you say the word.
I was wondering what that was.
Guillermo's. I think it's Guillermo's.
Guillermo?
Yeah, maybe that.
Hacking it up.
I don't know. They have really good hot chocolate because I don't drink coffee.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah. So I know that's where we're going to be at this weekend. So what about y'all? Anything exciting? Anything in Florida? Do y'all have any? I know you said you're going to go looking for some overlanding type event things to do around Florida for the YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, there is an event. It's an off-roading and overlanding expo in Stark, Florida, March 4th through 6th. So I signed us up for that. We'll go there and camp and check out that expo. So that's where we'll be.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
That'll be exciting.
And get to meet some Florida landers.
Go. It's pronounced
Flatlanders.
Guillermo's.
Guillermo's. Thank you.
Guillermo. The L's are silent. I'm not very good. I'm sorry.
Me either.
They have really good coffee. Yeah. So what about you, Arla? What you got going on this weekend?
Golly, I don't think we have anything really going on this weekend. I'm not real sure. Probably working on the trailer. We're trying to get it done before spring break so we can, take it with us. So
it's looking good.
I don't think we have anything planned. You never know. Bring Joe to Arkansas. Oh, Joey.
Joey always wants the guys.
Bring him.
Look at that baby face. Did you see that?
I know.
Who is that?
Look at that.
No beard. Uh-oh.
This is a baby.
You can see like a chin there. I don't know.
He doesn't look like Connie's dad now. Without the beard.
Oh, that's great. That's hysterical.
That
Travis
was the story
is saying,
he told.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Mm.
So Travis says he went last year, Misty, to the Florida Expo. I would like to go to that. The one year that I have a new vehicle, I'm really wanting more to be in Valentine's Day. I'm like, I really wish it would have been Valentine's Day. But anyways. Yeah. So now we have Joey on here. I love my Joe.
Oh, is this Joe?
That's the old Joey.
Yeah, well, I don't recognize that guy.
Ladies. You guys, it's been a blast tonight. I really appreciate y'all coming on and chatting with us and getting to know you guys a little bit better. I really look forward to this summer.
Me too. I can't wait.
Great.
Yeah. And one more time, Misty, I'm going to let you tell everybody where they can find your information. Go from your YouTube channel all the way down to Lady Overlander Radio. And then, Arla, I'll get you in a second.
Okay, so we have The Day We Make. We're on YouTube as The Day We Make. We have it on Instagram and Facebook. Lady Overlander Radio is on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. And I'm also on TikTok as Barefoot Overlander. So, and on Instagram. On TikTok. So.
And Arla, what about you, dear? I see you've got the big old Bats Off-Road there, other than Lady Overlander Radio.
So we have Miss Bats Off-Road on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then we have Bats Off-Road on those 3 platforms also. And, of course, Lady Overlander Radio.
Right here. And when do your shows, do they have when is your podcast on specific? I know you're doing lives now. So when does that schedule? Is it periodic or what does that look like for you guys? Just follow along on your channels or?
Mostly on Thursdays. Thursday evenings we'll be doing them most of the time on Thursdays. Arla's husband also does a podcast with Joey. So we want to make sure that they have their.
I think I've heard of that
something
podcast,
like that.
Yeah.
But they share the office there, so they, we
have the same.
Got to work together.
Yeah, we're trying to cohabitate. Thursdays at 7. Theirs is on Tuesdays. So if we ever have to switch, then we'll just switch around.
Yeah.
But we're shooting for Thursdays. Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, ladies, I, again, thank you so much for being voices for women, and I really appreciate everything that y'all have done to help lead and encourage other ladies.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you very much.
All righty. Well, you guys stay tuned. Next week, we have a special guest, Sean from the Story Till Now will be coming on, and I can't wait to discuss his new Bronco and his Jeeps as well. So y'all stay tuned. Thanks for coming on, guys. Bye.